Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, the Nooi channel. Let's start off with some good news. I have 25 subscribers, 73 watch hours, and I passed my interview yesterday, so I'm starting training on Monday. So good news all around, and my fingers are crossed. So today's episode is going to be a review of the new Netflix K-drama Dynamite Kiss episode 1. Netflix is releasing an episode a week, I think, and currently there's only 3 episodes out. Even more curiously, this show is a limited series, so it definitely caught my attention as someone with major fear of missing out. I think my reviews of the Bon Appetit Your Majesty series went well. Well, to me, as a fairly new person to YouTube, I think it went well, and I hope the viewers stay with me for this series as well. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well. All your support is appreciated. So as with all Netflix series, the first episode of Dynamite Kiss starts off with an unskippable intro. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to the music. I was trying to remember how the BTS song Dynamite goes. The visuals are okay though. It's cartoony and it kind of reminds me of the artwork for contemporary romance novels. We start the first episode with our main character, Darim, who's dressed in business attire, strappy back black heels, and she's girl bossing her way into the building, getting swarmed by people that need her signature to approve businessy things. When she finally gets to her office, a faceless man walks in with a card that asks her to marry him. She says yes, of course, and leans in for a kiss, but at the last second she pulls back and asks what's his name again. And when he responds Noranjin, it starts a chorus of office workers chanting the same thing, and then Darim is transported back to reality because, of course, that was all her daydream. All in all, this is a classic rom-com beginning, but I was still curious by the show's premise and decided to continue watching. Now that we're back to reality, the real episode can begin. Darim is late for her college class and has to run over there. And yet she still has time to help a blind woman cross the road. It's a bit heavy-handed, but you get it. She's a thoughtful, kind-hearted person putting others first. So at the lecture, the teacher scolds the students for falling asleep. Then he says, just look at Darim as an example. She never falls asleep, but here she is in her 30s still attending class. You don't want to end up like her, right? And waste 5 years of learning in the exams? And I found that very rude. Apparently, Darim is good. She's a good student and she scores highly in written exams. But when it comes to the interviews for the civil service exam, she fails repeatedly. As she takes the bus home, she wonders in defeat how long she can go on like this. Being a zombie, not really alive, but not dead. And I could relate to this feeling as well since I'm in my 30s as well, still working entrance level jobs at a call center. But I will say being unemployed really taught me to value even that kind of a job. It's a horrible feeling knowing you don't have a cent for things like sugar or rice, wondering when they're going to cut the electricity, and other people your age are already having established careers and they can even afford to take holiday trips overseas. Back to the story. When she gets home, her sister and mother are there. Her father passed away though. Her younger sister is getting married, but she doesn't want Darim to attend the wedding because she was embarrassed of her, and she lied to her fiance's parents that she works overseas. So she wants them to have as little chance to ask Darim questions as possible. So her sister pays for her to go on a trip to Jeju Island at the same time as her wedding. Darim says she's happy, but then once she gets to her room, you can see she's depressed. And who wouldn't be really? So next we cut to the male lead, which is Gong Ji-hyuk. And he's probably the reason why I almost skipped this drama, because when I saw the promo poster, I really didn't like the shape of his face. Now I know I'm being extremely unreasonable, but so are the angles of his face, really. So he's in a business meeting at home, switching from English with the white man, Mandarin with the Chinese woman, and then Arabic with the Saudi man. And it turns into more of an auction, blah, blah, blah. He's very good at his business. That's the takeaway. Then him and his friend go to the club, and that's just to celebrate, and it gets even more heavy-handed when he says he doesn't believe in love and he's never had a mind-blowing kiss. Then we cut back to go Darim, and it's the next day. She's at the airport for Jeju when she sees an advert on one of the screens that Kim Jong-won is going to be doing a guest lecture there. Now, Kim Jong-won is her ex, and he broke up with her because she kept failing the exam, and he called her an overblanched spinach when he broke up with her. And I just thought that was so funny. I can tell I'm going to enjoy this show from how over the top it is. So, Gong Ji-hyuk is also going to Jeju because he needs Kim Jong-won to work for him for his business deal to go through. At the island, Darim runs into a former classmate, and when she introduces her boyfriend, she discovers that it's none other than Kim Jong-won. So Darim lies that she's here on holiday with her boyfriend. After that, she's at the beach, but reminiscing about the interview process and how harsh it was. And honestly, same. At one interview that I went to, the guy asked me, "Oh, so if you don't have any sales experience, what are you even doing here?" And then at another place I went to, the guy said, "You may have 7 years of customer service experience, but this is a sales job and your 7 years means nothing." You have to have unbreakable confidence in these interviews because these people do the most. Even though the pay is low, they act like they are the gods of the place. But back to Darim's flashback. After that, she tried to jump off the bridge, and again, same girl. Who hasn't tried ending things to escape this crushing failure called life? Then we go back to the beach, and it's Gong Ji-hyuk standing at the edge of a cliff, shouting, "Let's go." It's in joy, but it reminds Darim of her attempt on the bridge, so she wraps her arms around him from behind and shouts, "Don't do it. You can't do it." So I laughed out loud. There's a lot of cute moments for this first meeting. They end up in the hospital, not seriously hurt though, and then Gong Ji-hyuk leaves her with a bill. So after that, she becomes broke for the rest of the trip. But they both stay at the same hotel, so at breakfast she goes to confront him. And then Kim Jong-won is there, so they have to pretend to be a couple. Basically, Darim lied that she came on this trip with her boyfriend, so she needs to pretend. And then Gong Ji-hyuk needs an in with Kim Jong-won, so he's going along with the act. And he invites Kim Jong-won to his party that afternoon. Darim and Gong Ji-hyuk make a deal where they pretend they're dating, and then we have a pretty woman makeover scene for Darim. After that, there's even a she's all that moment when she walks down the stairs. And can you tell I've watched a lot of romances? Because I really have. So there's a lot of cliches in the first episode, but I think they do it well. I love this. And I've only watched the first episode so far, so I'm really sticking my neck out there. Kim Jong-won is jealous, but he's also suspicious of this romance. So in an effort to continue the ruse, they have their Dynamite Kiss, and it's actually 2 kisses. There's fireworks behind them during the kiss, and of course, they must have a 360-degree camera turn capturing every angle of this. And as first episodes go, I'm very impressed. And I have to say, even though I found his face quite angular in that one poster, he's not as weird looking as I initially thought. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And I just wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, bye.